to another episode of The Intellectuals.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. I like the way he talks like an android sometimes.
I will say something about you, Adam.
Go
Though
ahead.
we do love that you match the shirt to the microphone, it is not lost on us. I will say, you were wearing a very good sweater. Why did you take it off? It looked like it was made for you.
Isn't there a crazy notion called when it's warm, you take off your sweater? What a crazy
You
notion,
condescending to me now? Isn't there a crazy notion that says if I could break your legs, I will?
Just
Bro,
make sure you delete the
this guy-
video if you do that.
This guy.
Adam, we love you. We missed you. I will say, even though we did have one of the best episodes of The Intellectuals ever, there was crackheads on. There was girlfriends of crackheads, who I guess would be crackheads. Dogs.
No, apparently
Not
she isn't.
necessarily.
She's not?
I went and saw the place where she lived. Like she's just a dummy.
Like the rest of us. Like the rest of us. So a nice lady getting harassed by someone that you got to finally get the dog to the right place. Can you
Yes,
update the people?
So what happened was I had given up, right? I had given up on getting to try and get him to bring the dog to the lady that wanted to adopt it. And the lady didn't want to go and pick it up because apparently she's allergic to 5G. Okay?
Who isn't? Really? Carry on.
Anyways, I'm not going to delve more into
We're
details.
not going to get into that at the
Yeah,
moment.
exactly, yeah. So anyway, so I had given up, and you had sent me that link there to get somebody, to get like an official organization to go and pick up the dog.
And arrest him and beat him up, I think, violently.
Yeah, exactly. And charge him, fine him, and
Yeah.
everything. And I was about to do it. I put it off for some reason. Friday, I was like really busy and stuff. I was filming and stuff. Oh, I'm going to talk about that too. Gang member A, I'm going to write, so I remember.
All right, you're on a podcast right now, dude.
Sorry.
Oh, he's
I
still
got
doing
it.
it.
I got
He's
it.
still doing
No,
it.
no, I got it. It was 5 seconds. It was
But
5 seconds.
I have to say one thing right now that pisses me off. You write that down before the show so you don't forget during the show. If you just remembered, you're not going to forget. You just remembered.
No, but I might forget it. Bro, I'm like a goldfish, okay? I have very bad memory, allegedly. So finally, you know, I'm about to call this organization, give them proof that he has the dog tied up in a garage. It's shitting all over the garage, blah, 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 everything. And Saturday, I get a phone call, random, at about 5 or 6 p.m. And it's the lady, and she goes, hey. I go, hey. And she goes, hey, just wanted to let you know, update on the dog. He finally brought it to me yesterday, so he brought it Friday.
Oh, that's when I called him when he was ignoring a call, and I said, you better bring the dog now.
Yeah.
When he screened you. Oh, fuck. So he actually did get scared and did. Good for
Yeah.
him.
So he brought the dog, and then he went into conversations about God and everything with her, and you know, anyways, whatever. And the dog at first wanted to eat the lady because it didn't know her, and then
She's delicious.
But she had 2 other German shepherds, so the other 2 German shepherds, I guess, put the other German shepherd in its place. You know what I mean? They shepherd the German shepherd. And,
They separated the two.
All right, Poseidon, you do not know how to tell a story. I will say, if I was new to the
No, but I
show,
wanna
I just gotta
finish.
say, but I would have zoned out by now. It is crazy the way you drag it on with no pizzazz, no nothing. You're a terrible storyteller.
All this to say, the dog is very happy. She ran around with it. She bought toys for it. It's
The dog is happy.
safe and happy. It's a super sweet dog. She told me. As soon as
Again, adding sauce that doesn't need. The dog is happy. The dog is taken care of. You
Yeah.
don't need to go through every single toy it has now. Or do you get what I'm saying? You
I
can't.
get it, I get
You
it.
don't know how to conversate. You don't know how to tell a fucking story. You're a professional podcaster who doesn't know how to fucking talk. It's crazy.
I have a question in the middle of all this.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah,
I
go.
can't help but wonder, is Guido at least involved? It's his own brother that caused all this misery?
Okay, before that, before we answer that.
Yes.
Poseidon,
yeah,
your brother is a stuntman.
yes,
Are you involved with his stunt career and all his stunt rivalries?
no.
Has
You know
he done
why?
anything inappropriate, his brother?
Yes, sexual
Oh.
assault.
Well, then history could...
History could repeat itself with him, you say?
Wait,
In a
what?
sense, history was... Okay, my logic is simple. Guido, who
I don't
seems
think-
to be
I
a
don't think-
I don't
conscientious
think it is.
person, has a brother who's doing something unconscientious. Hence, he should step in and fix things or try to fix things. So I was wondering if Guido had much input in all this. Hey, my brother's embarrassing me and my family. I was under the impression, just my humble opinion, that he might try and push things, help
If
the right
Guido,
thing get done.
let me tell you something. If Guido
Hold on,
cared
hold
about
on.
embarrassing himself or his family, he wouldn't be Guido.
That's
Okay.
the first point.
Your words, not
and
mine.
I love how he brings this up as if he isn't the bane of the existence of his family.
Yeah. You're also the
but we're
bane
not
of your
talking
family's
about me. We're
existence.
talking about him.
Oh, involved.
So hold on a second. You don't want to embarrass your family either. Why are
And
you
I'd like to
embarrassing
know
them?
if you would like to answer that. No, he didn't get involved, or yes, he did.
No,
or-
he didn't.
Okay.
Why would
Because-
he get involved?
Because we got involved. If he didn't get involved, like it's.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's take your example. If your brother did something inappropriate, I think a conscientious person like yourself would want to at least try to get involved. What happened? Can I fix something?
Yeah, but the difference is Poseidon would get involved to help his brother.
Yeah.
He wouldn't
Right?
get.
And Guido wouldn't? I mean,
But it's
No,
Guido.
it's not, but the help needed isn't for the brother, it's for the dog.
well, behind the scenes, I meant. Okay, can we make sure that this shit doesn't you know what I mean? Okay, let's find. Get the ball rolling, you know? We have a buyer. We have a person who wants to take the dog. I figure Guido would do what you guys are doing. It's a
Guido
brother-
is
it's not-
currently. Have you not been listening to the podcast? He hasn't been able to podcast because he's in court and they're playing the podcast on. They're threatening him. He's trying to get custody of his child. He has a pizza business that people are trying to screw him out of. He's fighting with an Arab
don't
man.
know the
He's
details,
got his
but-
whole. Guido's got a side mission. He's on a side quest. He will be. I will tell you this right now to all the fans of the intellectuals.
Yep.
Guido will return shortly. Not even a long time. In shortly. However,
to hear
Is
until
that pun
then,
intended?
no, he's short, but that's not what I'm saying. He will in short fashion. He will return in short fashion. But in the meantime, he's doing a side quest. He's working on missions. He's
Yeah.
not just jerking off. He has his own side quests and missions.
He
to
has
do.
his own problems.
No problem. No problem. Remember, I don't have any angles on this. I'm just
No,
asking.
no, I'm just trying to tell you that it's not like he's sitting around being like, what can I do? Let me help with his dog situation. To us either, we're super busy. The thing is, we're very capable. Plus Poseidon, if we're all being honest, has a new charger. And any
You
chance he
love
gets,
saying.
any chance he gets to drive it and pretend he's a detective on Knight Rider, he's gonna do it.
Shut up! Stop! You can't expose me like that.
You're gonna see him
You
driving
can't
around town.
expose me like that. By the way, ever
Here's
since
what's
I
gonna
got
happen.
it,
I'm gonna say a scenario. You guys are gonna end up seeing this on camera sometime. There's gonna be a cop car that has pulled someone over. Poseidon's gonna slow down next to it and be like, "Hey, partner, need some help? You want me to investigate?"
dude, when I tell you, you know what I love? My Honda Civic, my Honda Accord. People loved pissing me off in my Honda Accord. My Honda Civic, people had no regard for me. They had no regard for my would They had no regard for my life. They just would cut me off, whatever. I would
They
get
turned
very-
into the rest of us.
Eh?
They turned into the rest of us.
Yeah. With this car, when I tell you 95% of the people on the road leave me the fuck alone. I love it. They don't bust my balls at all. They don't try to pass me. They don't try to cut me off. They don't brake check me like they did with a Civic. They move out of my way. It is phenomenal.
Every time I see a charger, I have to make sure it's not you. I always look like, is it him? Is it him?
Dude, I love it. People don't bust my balls on the road anymore. I'm just cruising now.
Shout out to the man I met at the steakhouse yesterday. I went to have a steak who said he appreciates what's going on here, what we're doing. And he said it to me, but I assume he meant for the whole production. So I'm assuming it was a compliment to all of you guys. So thank you to you two. And
Excluding
thank you to
Adam.
people listening.
Excluding Adam, though.
Gee, thanks.
No, it's a joke.
I will tell you,
I know.
I have been getting stopped a lot, like more than usual, for people to tell me, I appreciate what you do. And those are words that I think it's because they think I'm taking care of you for
Hold
being
on.
mentally handicapped.
Fans are saying they appreciate what... Hold on.
And the
Fans
dog.
are saying to you, I appreciate what you do?
What I do. But so I'm thinking, they don't say, hey, I love your show. They say, I appreciate what you do, which makes me believe it's because I'm taking care of the severely demented.
I love how you said that. You said, so they appreciate what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. Like
But
you said
that
it like an
statement
Italian
that
man.
statement was a little bit vague. What do you do vis-a-vis what? What do you do? You know, there's many things you do, right? Would have been nicer if this.
Yeah, one of them
statement
is
was a little
beating the
clearer.
shit out of you.
No, Adam, I would never touch a hair on your bald head.
That's funny.
Just like the rest of your hair.
it. Yo, but we gotta talk about Adam when he walked in here, and you gotta hear this.
Can I
too. You're
make
gonna
the
freak out.
confession on
No,
my own?
No, because you're gonna ruin it. He walks in, he sits down, we're talking, and then he stands up and he goes, I have to fart. And then I go, okay. And then he runs off. And then I hear the keys. I hear the keys going. So I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna go to the bathroom. But after I hear this, I hear boom.
No.
I have my own version of events.
Shut your mouth.
Hold on, how do you have another
Hold
version?
on.
You shit. That's why the camera detector
didn't
went off.
shit anything.
The
And then-
vibration.
Wait, hold
Okay.
on. Stop. Let me finish. And then I go, yo, what the fuck did you shit yourself? And then there's a long pause and he goes, I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Oh my god, that does sound like you shit yourself.
That's his version. Let me give you my version.
No. That's exactly
I
what
know
happened.
I had to take a crap. I knew that, but I didn't know when. And I was like, I'm not gonna fart. It's very rude. So I go to the back, and he heard it anyways.
In the lobby.
And then after the fart, I
Back, you're in the lobby. You're right next door.
The door was
right next to
open,
him.
and I was just on the outside. Okay.
And the door's open, and you were just next to the door. How is he not going to hear you?
That's not the point. It's after the fart came out, I thought, oh, I better go to the bathroom. So I'm sorry, but my version of events is a little different.
But you just said the same thing.
But I didn't shit myself.
No,
so
no, no.
please don't.
The difference in events is that you didn't admit to shitting yourself.
Yes.
But the story you told sounds like you shit yourself.
I'm
Dude,
not
that
gonna
long.
say
Listen to me.
anything other than
The
you're
long
wrong.
pause. So the long pause begs to differ.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there, having shot. Did you clean up at least?
I promise you, the toilet is clean. I promise.
I was not talking about the toilet, Adam. Did you clean yourself?
There was no need because I didn't shit myself. You're
So you didn't even check.
This reminds me of my father, and I swear.
you're
you-
just
let me
sitting there
explain
with
something
shit
to
in
you.
your ass
My
crack.
mother tells me. Let me explain. It's going to be a little bit of a detailed explanation. My mother says this to this day about my father. He would take an illogical point, which is not valid, and go forward with it. That's what you're doing.
Your dad.
My
You-
mother said this about my meaning. He was not the most logical person
Right, your dad who ran a successful satellite dish business
for a certain amount of time.
until you took over and ran it to the
paralleling-
ground.
yes, I'm
he's
paralleling this with
He's the one
Poseidon.
who has no idea what's going on. He's the irrational one. The guy who ran a successful business until you, the smart one, ran it into the
Well,
ground.
then we were both
He's the weird
irrational.
one.
How about that? Okay, varying degrees. I'm telling you, I didn't shit
Sometimes,
myself. Okay?
sometimes I feel bad for you, but then sometimes I want to grab a door off its hinges
And beat you to
and
death with
beat you
it.
to death with it. Like that's how much you infuriate me inside. Like it's so bad. You're not dementia. You're
Okay.
cognitive dissonance. What is it? What is it that he has?
Cognitive dissonance.
I was
No, it's
thinking
not
about this
cognitive.
over the weekend. I think I just have a slightly different.
But the way he
logic.
lies,
different-
hold on, stop. The way he lies to himself, because we all lie to ourselves a little bit, but this is Olympic level lying to yourself. This is like if lying to yourself was an Olympic sport, he would win gold every 4 years. Like that's insane.
I mean, you are a good liar. I mean, you're not a good liar. You're a terrible liar, but you lie often.
And it's the way that you
Okay,
lie. It's
so-
the hoops
so
you jump
now
through.
You
let me
lie
please-
stupidly is the
Let me
thing.
please give me a chance to defend myself.
Okay.
I learned this word from my father. Actually, it's a well-known word.
It's not a lie if you
In
believe
the
it.
world,
Oh,
of
but you can't trust him. He's
business,
illogical.
you have to- I'm considered a person of a high level of honesty and integrity. Okay, if I'm a liar, that integrity goes out the window, or that integrity gets damaged. Okay, let me rephrase that.
But you are a liar.
You
You're
are
just
a
hiding the
well-known
fact
liar.
that you're lying.
How? You guys still think that I shot myself? Wow. Don't you think I would have said, "Listen, there was an embarrassing moment"?
No,
I went
no,
to
I
the
don't think you
washroom, I
would've.
took a dump, and that's it.
Dude, there's been I have pictures of shit stains on your pants, dude.
That is true. That's not recent, so I will say don't bring up the past.
You lied about the bowl. You shot all over the bowl and then didn't even wipe. You just pulled
I
up
will
your
say
pants
one
and
thing.
ran into the studio.
The last time when you did the whole shit in the bathroom thing, that could have been considered a crime scene. That was so
I remember
awful.
war crimes.
It looks like you killed somebody by stabbing him in the ass till he was murdered.
Yeah, actually,
By the way,
yeah.
you made a whole bunch of people laugh with that analogy about war crimes in the bathroom.
It was. That was a war
But it
crime.
was. So you did that and you tried to lie about it and tried to cover it up. So what makes you think you talk about integrity? What makes you think you won't lie about it now?
See, that's a great point. What he just said.
So you have no integrity because you've previously lied.
No, you do have
You're just
integrity.
trying to make it seem. You're just trying to make it seem like you're honest and that no words are being
The
twisted.
problem is not that you don't have integrity. You have integrity. The other issue here is that you also have pedigree, a severe pedigree of taking shits.
I forgot what pedigree means.
You're gonna get pedigreed soon, bro.
Yeah. No, we're not talking about the dog food.
So, Adam, you were upset with Poseidon because you missed last episode, and you texted him, and I believe you told him something.
I'll tell you
hold on.
exactly what I texted him.
I wanna. Hey,
You wanna read it?
Can I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Hey, Poseidon, listen here, you dumb. Okay, first of all,
Oh, it's not working.
You don't start with a racial epithet. It is. You don't start with a racial epithet. Okay. You okay? Can I keep reading?
Yes.
As far as what you said during the episode, you dumb. You and that can just take your podcast and shove it straight up your mother. That last part was insane. I can't even repeat that.
Yeah, it was rough,
I'm
man.
sorry
It's
that I
like
even said
it's
it.
like I'm reliving it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's very hurtful what you said.
And then you ended with the N-word 14 times in a text.
Yeah.
And that was even unrelated. Add a picture of your dick.
He's actually getting rid of the evidence right now.
I
but,
see it.
But I already took screenshots.
So Adam, I want to know, why did you text
I
something
got news
so
for
vulgar?
you. I could show you my own screenshots that show something much different than what you're telling me. Okay.
Is it him telling you the N-word?
There's no N-words in it.
What? Because you don't like
One
him?
or the other because they're not appropriate.
Why aren't they appropriate?
Okay, you know what guys, one thing I will never, ever, ever, ever be able to understand, and I thought about this over the weekend as well. I think you guys really stretch limits about what a normal discourse between people is and what a not normal. Okay,
that's
I'm
part of our.
sorry, but
That's part of our job. This is what we do here. This is what.
well,
this
it's
is
not
what.
something I'm accustomed to. All right.
Yeah.
I'll be fair and I'll be honest about that.
But
okay?
but going back to my question, why is it inappropriate?
watch Sam's podcast. Watch Sam's podcast.
No. Now you're on a fucking podcast.
Yeah, I'm a hot mic now, sir.
Motherfucker. Explain it why you think it's inappropriate because you called it inappropriate.
Wait, what's inappropriate?
The N-word.
Using the N-word.
Oh, it is inappropriate.
But why?
You
why?
just said it, so why
No,
am I-
but why? I'm asking you why,
Okay.
Adam. You can't just.
It's
You
fine,
can't just.
fine.
Hold
I'll
on.
answer this question
Hold
this
on.
way.
Hold on. Listen to me.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't just be like, let's say, I don't know, you steal a TV, right? And it's
Just because
inappropriate.
I understand what Poseidon's saying, he's trying to get you to think.
Okay, I'll
So
answer it very
why
well.
he's trying to say? Are you saying it's inappropriate just because I said it's inappropriate, or do you
okay.
understand why it's
Fine,
inappropriate?
fine.
Like, it's
I'll
not a
give you an
bad thing
answer.
to explain yourself on that.
Fine, I'll
If you,
give you the
it's not
answer.
like I'm
Okay.
asking you to say the word.
Fine. Let me speak.
What word?
Why does a person have to eat every 12 hours? Because if they don't, they will die.
That is not true.
Let me explain.
That is not true.
Okay.
You just proved my point. So why is it inappropriate?
Logic says you're not supposed to use it.
That's not logic. Society says
It's a
you're not supposed to use
deviation
it.
of- okay, fine. It's
I mean, logic says you shouldn't yell in certain neighborhoods, but
Because technically, it could just mean the color black, but in Spanish.
yeah. So in Spanish, every time they say it on the TV, they don't mean it the same way.
Exactly. So why
okay,
can't you
except
say
we're
the
not
N
speaking
word?
Spanish. We're speaking English.
¿Qué?
But we could speak English and Spanish at the same time.
Dios mío.
So seriously, why?
Okay, it's
But why? But why?
lack of fine. When you're in high school and you're talking to your what do you call the homeroom your homeroom teacher?
Your boyfriend.
Do you say sir? Of course, because if you don't, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful in the same capacity to use that word.
Again,
Okay.
why is it disrespectful?
Okay, conventions. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna say right now, just so people, because we might be influencing idiots right now. It's the reason why is because it's hurtful, and the people you'll say to, you'll hurt their feelings. Not
My
because
word is
society.
disrespectful, your word is
If
hurtful.
society,
Well-
there's certain societies right now that you could call black people that. There's certain societies.
Actually, blacks tend
just
to use that word, but
What'd you
no,
say?
no, I heard.
Hold on.
listen to me.
Hold on.
Listen to me.
Hold on, bro.
Stop it.
Hold
Listen
on,
to
bro.
me. Listen.
Hold on, bro.
Listen, Adam. The reason is not because society. If right now I went to a society that said this is what we call them around here, the reason why I wouldn't be okay with it is because I know that if I did it to someone, it would hurt them. That's the only. It's because I know it would just be an attack. That's why. Not because society tells me it's okay to smack. Society tells me tomorrow you're allowed to smack a Jew in the face if you see in the street like they did it. I'm not gonna do it just because fucking society told me because I understand the
Exactly.
Here's a
difference
thought. You're gonna
between
get
right and wrong.
arrested if you do that.
That's what I was trying to get to the bottom of with you, but you do not have. You're only surface level. You don't have.
In your defense, like most humans, and that's the problem.
Yes, exactly. No, I'm not. It's not to insult you. I'm just trying to see where your train of thought comes from. But the only reason you find it inappropriate is because society deems it inappropriate. It's like right now, society deems appropriate. A lot of people for what's it called, the MAID program, people committing suicide by the government. The government helps you commit suicide or whatever.
I don't know anything about that, but go on.
So we can go into a multitude of reasons of why it's inappropriate and discuss it. But most people are just like, oh, because the government now says it's appropriate, it's appropriate. And you have the same base level of thinking like these people do when it comes to stuff like that. So you just don't say the N-word. The only thing keeping you from saying the N-word to someone is because it's deemed inappropriate. But the moment it is deemed inappropriate, appropriate in society, you will be fine to say it.
I'm not
correct.
disputing this.
I'm
but
correct. I'm correct.
Where,
Thank
under
you.
what pretext are you operating that all of a sudden in 10 years it'll be appropriate? It's always been
I never said
inappropriate.
that.
I'm asking you.
No. It used to be deemed during a time very appropriate.
Okay, I see what you mean. But I don't go back 100 years. I go in the year 2000, you know?
No, but I'm saying, but times change all the time.
fine,
You don't
no
know. Maybe
point.
it will stay inappropriate. Maybe it will lose its meaning altogether. Maybe it'll become who knows? I don't know that. I'm not Nostradamus or, you know.
All right.
But I'm just.
I'm not so dumbass.
Exactly. You know? So, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to delve into your psyche, Adam. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to pinpoint you or to corner you or anything like that. But you get nervous. Like
I'm
asked
trying to
you-
have sex with you, if I'm being honest.
They see him. He has
Ulterior motives.
ulterior motives. You know, I'm just trying to
And
delve.
getting me to tell you my feelings about the N-word's gonna increase the chances, right?
Yeah, but if we're gonna fuck, we're gonna do it over racism.
Yeah. So, you know, that's all I'm trying to do. Stop every time I ask a question. Stop trying to deviate as if I'm trying to corner you. I'm not trying to corner you. I'm just trying to, you know,
Fine.
figure
I'll use
you out.
layman's terms. How about this? You know when there are certain conversations that people are comfortable with and conversations that people are not comfortable with?
Yes.
Here's a thought. I'm not all that comfortable when people ask me what are my thoughts about the N-word.
Adam,
I
question.
just give it, it's a given for me. You don't use it, it's disrespect. Go ahead.
Question that people have been asking and I haven't asked you yet. Debate. Age of consent.
2. Go on the internet. Go on the internet. Call the prostitute.
What?
Age of
What?
consent to
Wait.
me. I'll say I'm being funny. I'm being funny. I'm being funny.
That was possibly the
Holy
best
shit.
answer I've ever heard in my life. I would have never expected that. Age of consent. 2.
No, somebody clip that shit right now, bro. Somebody clip that shit right now, bro. That was amazing.
I believe you're talking about
This is one of the greatest podcasting moments ever.
You're talking about sexual activity, right?
That's what the age of consent normally relates to, yeah.
How about I give the same answer
wait,
that I
hold on.
gave
Why don't
earlier
you-
on? What the law says, let the law say it.
Okay,
Okay.
well, so here's the problem with that answer.
Yeah.
If you don't have your own morals, different countries have different laws. So if right now you're in Cuba, do you think it's okay for you to have sex with an 8-year-old?
I think there's a little bit of a standardization. If it's not 16, it's 18, okay?
No, that's not true at all.
I didn't know that. Okay, well. Then whoever made
Not in
laws
Cuba,
was a
but I'm
bit of a
saying-
nutcase.
There's no
Really?
one person that made laws and applied them to the world, bro. Every country has its own laws.
Okay, but something like that is, I thought it was universal, okay? That is this, if you're telling me, and I don't know if you're bullshitting me or not, if you're telling me that it's 8, that's
No,
fucking
different
that was
countries.
an
That was an
example.
example.
Oh, an
I'm just saying different
example,
countries have. I'm not talking about the Cubans.
Right.
The Cubans communism. You have no consent.
But there are a lot of pedophiles that go down there and date
Yeah.
underage girls. And I noticed that last time I went
When
to
he
Cuba.
was
I'll
when
give a
Poseidon was
broad
sex
answer.
trafficking, when he was a sex tourist, he noticed that they were underage. Sure, he told us when he went down there.
So when I went in 2018, I noticed because I went into like this brothel, they had a jacuzzi and shit, and like they were having
Brag.
like an event in the main city. So I couldn't. There wasn't really that many options. You know what I mean? Because all the hot ones went into the city. Anyways,
As
so
they would.
they brought me this chick, and there was something off about her that I was like, the guy was like, hey, you like. I was like,
I was distracted by her pacifier.
but there was something off. Like, and I realized later, like, yo, she may have been like 15, because she looked. Because what was weird is she looked developed, but like she didn't turn me on. That's what I found weird. You know, it's like she wasn't an ugly girl, but there was something off. There was something like, you know what I mean?
Adam, are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm thinking.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about
So,
what
so
you're
I
saying.
walked away from that. I'm like, this is weird. So I walked away, and then I didn't think nothing of it. I went about my sexcapades on by horseback.
He did. Horses carried him around to bang
Yes.
chicks in villages.
And so I went about my business. I found some other pretty ladies, beautiful women down in Cuba. And then I went back in 2022, was it? Or 2023, if I'm not mistaken. As like a little mini vacation with my lady. And I noticed walking around the resort, this time I didn't really leave the resort, but there was a lot of like old white dudes that were with like suspiciously young looking women, bro.
What do you know about that, Adam?
Nothing.
Okay.
Been to Cuba once when I was like 18, so I don't know anything.
And I was like, yo, it makes sense that this would be the country to do it at, because
It's not a real country.
up until, yeah, that too. And up until Castro died, the tourist was king in Cuba.
I mean, in most of those countries, like the tours, you get away with a lot.
Yeah. And like one guy where I really noticed it, like he was holding on to a girl that was really like, she was really petite, like suspiciously petite. And I was like, this was in the lobby of
Suspiciously
the,
petite.
this was in the lobby of the resort, by the way. It was out in the open. Like, it was not like in some weird bar or whatever. This was out in front of everyone. And he was holding on to her, and he had a hat and the COVID mask.
Yeah.
He had the COVID mask on, and he was holding on to her, and he just like kept looking around and shit. And like I made eye contact with him, and he got really like uncomfortable and nervous.
It would have been funny if
was
he
like-
gets uncomfortable nervous and he's like, Look away, Poseidon. Look away. This isn't your dad. Look away.
So, yeah, and that's where I really like the second time around when I went, I was like, yo, this is weird. But anyways, Cuba is starting to become like a bit kind of wacky. So
I mean, they've all been wacky. So, Adam, again, why do you think the age of consent should be 2?
yes, answer that question.
My answer was going to be a very broad one. Anywhere between
I bet it was.
16 and 18, okay?
So, do you mean 17?
Anyone, any number, I don't care if it's 16 in 1 month, 16 in 10 months. Lowest number 16, highest number
So-
18.
What's the lowest you'll go?
16.
Okay.
You
That's-
do
that's
realize you're 59, right?
Oh, me personally, I thought anybody.
I said, what's the lowest you'd go?
Oh, in terms of personally or what I would recommend as the age?
You,
Oh, well,
Adam.
I didn't understand your question. I don't think about that shit.
Wait, you should. Or else
Yes, you
you're
do.
gonna
Yes,
get
you do.
arrested.
The way he said that, he thinks about it.
No, he better think about it, or else he's gonna
Okay.
get arrested. I don't think about that shit. I'll
Does
just-
do the words comparing the word objective with subjective mean anything to you?
Yes.
Maybe 10 years younger than me, not fucking 20, 25.
Okay, but that's what we're asking. So
Well,
why
I got
can't?
caught off
Why do
guard,
you have to
okay?
say shit like 16?
That's a Freudian slip. I finally figured out what that means. Okay.
Yes, exactly. It's a Freudian slip. Jesus Christ, bro. This podcast is gonna end with your arrest.
Oh my god!
How is this even real life right now?
Listen. I think you agree with me in terms of logic that it's
No.
up to a person. However,
Why
much
are you
they wish to-
excited?
don't
Your
wish to
nipples are
divulge.
staring right at me. Why are you excited? Your nipples are just bing.
Your nipples are binging.
Oh man, that's the last time I don't wear a sweater in the show. I wanted to mention that I have a second job, by the way.
Yes, we've been waiting for this.
Deviating from the subject.
Hold on. No, before we go to that, they haven't heard. You haven't official because you missed out last week, so they don't know. You got your first job back. You're back in action driving.
Yes.
So that's confirmed. You have to drive how many days a week?
5. It's all based on shifts. I don't know. It's all it varies.
Okay.
Some
Well, I
days
thought
1,
they
some
would
days 2, some days 0. It all depends.
Okay, I thought they would have to go to school every day, but forget me. So that's one job. What's the second job?
I work for the I work for the Red Cross. It's not directly the Red Cross. It's a company that's mandated by them to.
You work for Sweden?
No, it's a
Sweden.
Wait, what's the
It's
country
an
with the Red
agents-
Cross?
England has a Red Cross.
No, the one
Switzerland has a White Cross.
Ah, shit. Yeah, it's red and a white cross. Sorry, that was a stupid.
So there's an agency.
I'm ashamed that I know you.
There's an agency that operates not throughout all of North America. They have 2 offices in the States. Most of them are all like Vancouver, Edmonton, whatever, North York. I don't know how many. There's about maybe 12 offices. So I work for the Montreal.
But what do you do?
Well, we go and raise funds.
Adam, how old do you think she is?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude, why you have to do that, Poseidon? It's like it's his
Early
first day
20s?
podcasting. Adam, so what do you
Sorry,
do? What
keep
do you
going.
do for
Keep
them
going.
in that capacity?
I fundraise. We
What does that mean, Adam?
we approach various people and explain. Okay, sorry. Actually, you've worked as a salesman, right? Of course, you worked. as a
Allegedly.
salesman. Okay. You know that in sales you have a pitch to follow, right?
Okay.
You start with the
Not
product.
really, but it
Oh, God,
depends.
he's a
Start with an
telemarketer again.
explanation. Okay, you don't just go to your customer and say, "Hi, would you like to donate to us?" No, you lead up to it. This is what our product. This is what our project is about.
Na-
This is what our operation
That's
is.
how you get people to not donate, by the
Yeah.
way. All these, this is what I get angry. This is why I was so good at sales and why a lot of people weren't. People don't like that. People, it's phony. People don't like, they know you're reading to them a script.
Yeah,
They
he's right.
know it. They can sense it. Even if you master it down to the T and make it seem as natural as possible,
So-
they do not like it. People crave connections. That's what they crave. They want to trust you
There's an
with
artistic
what they're
side
buying.
too.
No,
hey,
no.
you have a nice jacket. Did you ever-
Scripts. Every time I have followed a script in sales has never worked. I have had 0% success with
I love how I
scripts.
said
Can you let me
there's
talk,
artistic
please?
side. You have a nice jacket.
There's a certain amount of emphasis we put on script and a certain amount of emphasis on creativity. Hey,
No.
you got a nice jacket, man. Hey, are
But
you a
that's
big soccer
again,
fan?
that's phony.
Poseidon,
Do
Poseidon,
you-
can you imagine him trying to
So
sell you
take
something? You
that
walk
up
into the
with-
store.
listen.
Hello, man. You have a nice jacket. Would you like to buy a cell phone?
Take
Yeah.
that up with my boss.
but
I don't run the company.
But question: do you actually like the jacket?
Yes.
But you like this jacket. But let's say you didn't like the jacket. You'd
I
still
would
say
pick
it.
a subject that's appealing to you. I like your hair. It's anything. I like your haircut.
But why not? No, why not try and find a commonality? That's how sales is.
There's no set convention that says only talk about the jacket, whatever you like.
No, I'm not talking about a convention. You talk about what you find level ground with people, how you relate to them, what's your similarities. Why would this person do business with you? There's 8 billion people on the planet. Why would they buy from you? And there's so much competition. Like, you have to connect with people.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go follow script. Okay, this is the sales. No. There's a whole psychology behind it, and you have to be natural.
Let me tell you something important. My boss, the guy who hired me, said that he I don't know if he read a video or he read a book. He saw a video or he read a book about a guy who was selling, like, you know what HVAC is, right?
Yeah, the
air conditioning.
Yeah, all that shit. And he learned how to be as good as he was by looking at this guy's video.
Okay, so do you know what everything you told me was? That you don't work for the Red Cross. This is another one of your scams. No one at the Red Cross is like, bro, I saw these fucking telemarketing videos online, and this is how you sell. Bro, am I the only one who's noticing that he's working for another scam?
You're 100% right. They're posing as the Red Cross.
Yeah, again,
this is another scam.
God, Adam, can I tell you something? Either you're a magnet for it, or you only seek out scams. Like, you're only comfortable when you feel like you're scamming.
No, you know what it is? No, you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. He tries to look for a decent job, but it's the only ones willing to hire him that'll look at him.
That might be true too, actually.
That's the problem. Is like the actual Red Cross will be like.
I wanted to use a word that came out of your mouth earlier. Why I'm so infuriated is because I can tell. Okay. Let me tell you another story. It's on the embarrassing side, but let me tell you.
Adam, you can't tell the front of your hand to the back of your hand. What the fuck are you saying?
I got a story where I actually did get scammed. Listen carefully, okay? There was a job that was, I'm trying to remember one of those. You guys ever heard of Telegram? It's a site. It's like
an app.
It's it's an app. Okay, so there was an app. I don't remember how I found it, but I think it was through the internet. There was a woman who said, go on Telegram, answer these questions. Like a standard interview, right? Why do you think you're the best fit for the job? Tell me something about yourself. And I got the job. The job was an antique store somewhere like London, Ontario, or Kitchener, Ontario, somewhere. I was working remotely, and you know what my job was? Sending out emails, doing alleged office work. And you know how I found out it was fake? The woman tells me, go to Kushtar and get $100, you know those prepaid vanilla MasterCards? Luckily, I didn't have that kind of money. She gave me a check she gave me a phony check as a form of payment, right? Luckily, my bank caught it. There was no damage. I'll admit that's a scam. Okay, I worked for I don't know what the hell if it was real or fake.
So what's the company you work for now?
You want the name? It's called TNI. They've been around since 1999.
That doesn't mean anything.
Okay,
TNI has been around since 1999.
Yes.
Sounds like somebody liked the jingle.
Hold on, TNI Inc.
Yes.
TNI Inc.
And they don't
Face-to-face marketing.
Yes.
And tell me what association this has with the Red Cross.
It doesn't. They partner with anyone, it looks like.
Yeah, many nonprofits.
And many for-profit customer acquisition as well.
Okay, guys, please don't. I don't want to piss you off, but I don't want to get pissed off at the same time. You like to, the moment you examine what Adam does, there's a big series of red flags. Is it legit? Is it legit?
Call center support. Yeah, this is a scam.
Believe what you want.
I mean, people fall for it.
This is deja vu all over again. This is the same conversations we've been having with him. Man, that's crazy.
We have cards. Okay, fine. Look,
you have cards? Hold on, you have cards?
We have an ID card. I don't have it yet. It has to be made, but...
Anybody can make an ID card. I can make an ID card right now saying whatever the fuck I want on it.
The stuff that impresses him is amazing.
I got news for you. Let me please just refresh everyone's memory in this
Refresh,
room.
baby.
When I worked for a company, when I was working for a company like the Yellow Pages, who I'm sure you know very well, we would call up customers and say...
You weren't working for the Yellow Pages. You were working for the Gray Pages.
Yes, fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. You were working for a scam company pretending to be the Yellow Pages.
My job was to call up customers and say, hey, guys, we're going to link you up with social media. We're going to have Facebook, Instagram.
And you would say we're like the Yellow Pages.
And you guys... No, I'm just giving you guys an analogy of what we did. It was a company that... You guys know what SEO is? Search engine optimization? Yes. It's a term. My job was to represent this company and sign up customers. And you guys came down to me like a ton of bricks. It's a scam. It's a scam.
It was a scam. He worked for them. It was a fucking total scam. It's true.
The company was around since 2009.
What does that? Well, I don't understand. Do you think if it's a scam, it just comes out of the future?
Logic dictates these people will get busted.
If they did.
guys are too much.
What? Bro, it's like I'm talking to a fucking lunatic. This is crazy.
This is insane.
So the guy who got me the job, who was there before me, is
Yeah?
like oblivious to this. Most people do their
No,
due
people
diligence.
don't care.
No, they know. They don't care. They just want to make money.
Yeah, no one cares.
You're the only one that
And
believes
what
it.
does the scam entail, in your opinion? You go on Google, you type in a company.
When
you
I
guys
was,
have I
listen,
wanna hear
I'll give you an
this.
example. So, so this is one that I worked. I worked for a telemarketing scam company too, once. So, the way this one pulled it, they were actually kind of clever because they actually gave you a product, so you couldn't pursue them anyways. So I worked for a company, and the whole thing was they won a travel voucher, okay, and it was I think $400, and they get a box, and in the box you get like a few like discount stuff, and then the whole thing was you enter a raffle to win like a travel, but you never really entered a raffle. And then what the company would do, they would send you a box saying it's worth $500 worth of like coupons and shit for when you travel, or when you go. Let's say you're supposed to win a cruise, you get $500 worth of coupons for when you're on that cruise to buy stuff, but you never win the cruise. You know what I mean? So it was all scrap shit. It was nothing. So, like that's a scam. But I knew I needed a job at the time. I knew it was a scam. I wasn't delusional saying
you ever
like
thought of
I'm
contacting
gonna
the
excel in
authorities?
this company.
Have you thought of contacting? Did you want to? Come on.
Why would he contact the authorities?
Because
Was he a
you could
fucking
be on the hook
rat?
when they come in and bust you. There's a strange concept, right?
No.
First of all, most of the time the employees, like, I'm just looking for a job, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just doing a job. And then I remember I left because I think they refused to pay me some of my commissions. Anyways, whatever. I was 18. I didn't care.
Or at least the ethics committee. You know, the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah, he's gonna call the ethics committee. Yeah, okay.
Forget that. The Better Business Bureau. You know.
You really don't know how life works.
Not at all.
You know. So if everything was fine and dandy, why would 90% of the murders go unsolved?
You got me on that.
But there's police. There's detectives.
We're talking about corporate crimes, not murders.
Corporate crime very often does lead to moitas.
No, there's that too. Yeah. Like, you have this weird notion in your head that there's authorities. They're gonna take care of the problem.
Maybe I'm too old school. I don't know. Pantelis, what's your take?
My take is you're a fucking dummy. My take is you keep running scams, and if you were here telling us how much you like scams, I would actually respect you more.
Yes.
But the fact that you're always like, oh no, I did not know that obvious scam was a scam. It
you
pisses
keep
me
beating
off.
around the bush. You keep trying to make it feel like
Guys,
I don't know if it's your conscience.
I'm going to be
like, I don't know what it is.
1,000,000% honest with everybody in this room. There's
Okay.
a word that very typifies me very clearly. It's called being naive. If you don't know that something is...
No,
But you can't say that. 'cause
Boiling,
you can't say
brewing.
that when you know.
Yeah.
So when you know, it feels like it's an excuse because we tell you, then you're like, oh yeah, that's true. Well, I still don't know, even though I just admitted
Can
it's
you
true
give
And
me
because
here's the
I'm
thing.
naive.
Here's the thing. You can use naive for the first and second time, but for the 25th time, at some point, you must notice a pattern.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I'd
insane
like
what
I'd
you're
like
saying.
you to answer this question as best as well as you know.
But it was
Am
not
I
a
a
question.
guy who's been going in and out of jail all my life? Yes or no? I want to hear what.
But that has nothing to do with it.
You know the answer is no. Hence, that time that I was allegedly fellation, do you give me the benefit of the doubt that I didn't know what the fuck was going on?
I admit that you did not know that you were fellation,
you.
and you don't know how to fellate properly either. I understand this.
I was a fucking
You were
I was a pawn in the chess.
You were a
know?
pawn in
Thank
the
you.
in the grand chess
And
game
I have
of
no
fellation.
fucking clue, right? But you're still going to attack me and say, no, naivete, forget that.
No,
I'm
no,
using
but that
as a
was naivety.
supporting-
But I'm saying it's not as an adult. It's not an excuse. You fellaced inadvertently, right? You fellaced without wanting to or knowing to, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, so you still fellaced.
And we had a million discussions. Well, was it in the eyes of the law? Was it lawful? Was it unlawful?
It would look. It's sad that you got. I'm upset that you got tricked into fellation. Because if you didn't want to fellation,
Of course not.
of course, why would you? But that's what makes me sad is that you didn't want to, but you got tricked. But at the same time, you're a fucking adult, bro. It's not everybody else's problem that you keep getting
Exactly.
tricked into fellation people.
At some point, yeah. At some point,
Listen
it's in
carefully.
your
I
nature.
want to divide this into two parts, okay?
Let's go.
May I please ask you to give me the benefit of the doubt that
No.
in terms of the person that's creating the headaches, that's very rarely. I often find myself, they come on my plate through no fault of my own, okay?
Well, if you're fellation,
I've
then
been
how are they?
victim
They're
of
gonna
being
come somewhere.
fellaced. You get what I'm saying? Okay, let's talk about part two here, okay?
Okay.
I have been victimized by some idiots who's probably a robot from California, right? But some woman, I don't think she's real.
But how did
the
that come on your
receiving
plate?
end Of the scam.
How did they come on your plate there?
It's called. I had a Facebook account. You don't know. who
That's
it
all
is.
it takes. You, if you have a Facebook account, they're gonna come on your plate and you're gonna fellation them.
There's a point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
I was hoping that it might be more appropriate for me to say that I've been on the side of the person who got victimized, not the guy that was doing the victimizing.
So
That
you
thing was
you
a
were
one-time
fellaced.
exception. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. By who and how often?
I don't know, a few times. I shared you that story with Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, you did get
Three,
fellaced.
I don't know. It
Have
doesn't-
you ever? Did you ever maybe enjoy getting fellaced and then you want to do it to other people?
No.
Okay, so you never enjoyed it.
No.
Okay.
I'm just trying. I want to get a picture in the public's mind that they might be getting the wrong impression, and can they please get the right impression?
That you do not
I
like.
have been in a situation where I was the victimizer, if you want to look at it that way, but it was through no fault of my own. Like we just discussed, I was a pawn, and it was a grand operation. I knew nothing about what was going on.
In the grand scheme of fellation, this is what they're all wondering now.
Yes.
You said you had no fault in
I had
fellation
no
a woman.
knowledge, no
Okay.
conscious.
But then, isn't that what they could say when they fellaced you?
We never brought that up as a conversation.
I'm just saying right now, you're saying you're innocent in fellating that woman, but the man who fellaced you, can't he just say, "Oh, I'm innocent in fellating Adam"?
Well, we never analyzed the other person. We're analyzing me. So I don't know. I don't even know
I'm
if it's
gonna- I'm
relevant.
gonna
to
I don't think you're understanding. We're analyzing what you said. I'm analyzing you exactly.
Yeah.
If it's okay for you to claim that you fellaced a woman, but you did not want to fellate her, and then she came on your plate, you, Adam, when you were fellaced, that man can also say that he didn't want to fellate you,
All right.
and then you came on his plate.
Why are we analyzing another person? We're interested in analyzing my thoughts, not the thoughts of another person.
Okay, I'm saying your thoughts. Do you feel like it's valid if they would come and tell you, "Hey, Adam, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was fellating you until you came on my plate, and now that I know."
I don't know how to answer that because the moment shit like that happens, I cut my contact and that's it. I forget about it. I don't even ask myself that question. Okay.
Okay, well, I mean,
This is why sometimes I want to punch you in the vagina. Adam,
Yes.
his question, let me reiterate because you're actually pissing me off, dude.
Surprise.
Fuck, I don't know where to start. He said,
Yes.
if you play that game of like, I didn't know I was fellating,
Right.
right? To trick yourself and to other people into being like, I'm innocent, I'm not a bad person. Can't they then in turn say the same thing to you and they're not a bad person?
They could. They could.
So then,
But these are all people that I never even. It was a brief. What's the word? Relationship. And then all of a sudden I see all this shit's going on, and it never even came to that. Does that make a little bit more sense?
no.
Okay, all the times I was fellaced was via Facebook, and okay, there were other times I was.
you met them on Facebook.
Yes. It wasn't even. It's not like I have a big series of stories that happened twice. Okay.
Well, but you were fellaced twice.
Yeah.
That's something to be. That's not something to,
So
to
I'm not sure
scoff at.
why I should exert all this energy into wondering what was in the heads of the fallacious. I don't know. I don't care.
You know who he is? He's like those women that like have banged half the city and you ask them like what their number is. And
I've only been fellaced twice, guys.
I've only been fellaced twice, and it's like times 100. That's what you are. You're like those ladies.
You're a lady.
I wanted to say, I actually want to share something funny along the lines of something Poseidon mentioned. You remember when we were outside, and I wanted the public's input on this. Remember when we were outside and a few people were smoking, including yourself? And I said, I have to fart now, and I let it go. Do you think that's inappropriate?
Yes.
You're telling people in advance I have to fart, and you're outside.
Well, you're also telling
Doing it
him, but you're
without-
not like
without
walking.
permission?
You're just telling him, and then you're shitting next to him. If you tell him I'm gonna leave, and then you go far away, and then you do it, that would be more acceptable. But the fact that you're just warning him, that's like if the woman warned you and said I'm gonna fellate you, and then she fellaced you, you'd still be upset, no? Because you got fellaced.
I would respect you more. I would respect you more if you just let it rip and we're like, well, that happened. I'm sorry, and then started laughing about it.
Yeah.
I'd still be upset, but I'd at least have more respect for you.
Well, it was my attempt at getting people to laugh.
You did
Leave it
good.
up to the public how good a job I did.
You did good. You made us laugh.
Sorry, I get angry at you, Adam.
You're just an anti-fellation advocate right now.
Yeah. And the fellation. And the fellation.
Is that a good way to describe you? An anti-fellation advocate. You can go and speak to
suppose.
people about the
Suppose, yeah.
horrors of getting fellaced, or you fellating a woman in the street.
Listen,
You know,
I
have
wanted
you heard
to-
of Antifa? Anti-fellation. Do you know what Antifa is?
No clue.
So why'd you laugh?
I was thinking about a thought I had on my own, actually.
What was it?
Okay, so I have. I have a feeling we may, quote unquote, agree to disagree. But I wanted to share my thoughts, and I think I have the right to do that, right?
You do?
When I addressed the same issue with Sam Adamo, Sam said, "You're right. You should stay away from social media." I'm sorry if I may be offending anybody, but I cannot stop myself from saying that there's a bit of a nasty side to social media. You become friends with somebody, they seem all right, and one day you become a victim of affiliation. And they use social media as a means to do that.
Adam, that's everything in life. You know, you could die from water poisoning if you drink too much water.
Pantelis said it perfectly.
There's a nasty side.
You meet somebody at McDonald's. Well, hold on. You meet somebody at McDonald's, but guess what? You have eyes.
and you get
have
filleted.
senses. You can tell the person you're interacting. When you're on Facebook, you're looking at them through a screen. There's so much deception. I just want to know if there's. Am I going to get a little bit of a concession? in terms of the
You're
fact
saying that
I'm
you
not
got
wrong?
you got filleted by someone who catfished you.
It's a word I haven't used in a while, but yeah.
But that's essentially what happened. You thought you were
And that's
getting
why
filleted
I
by a
am
woman. You
not
got
a
filleted by
fan
a man.
of social
So let me ask you
media,
because you
because
said
they allow that
because
to
you said
happen.
because
They
you
don't
said
allow you allowed it to happen.
yes.
And any person like me.
No,
No,
because you
I've
said-
never
hold
allowed a
on,
man to
hold
fillet
on.
me.
I'm gonna use what he said against him because you said you have senses. When you have senses, you have eyes.
But your
Let me
screen-
ask. Yeah, but
Yeah.
your screen, right?
Yeah.
At no point did you ever look at yourself in the fucking mirror and ask yourself, why would this woman, this hot woman from California, wanna speak to me?
It's happened before. Okay, guys, let's talk
On
about
what
something
planet?
concrete. I have a friend who even asked me, not the same woman, there was another woman from Los Angeles. I even remember her name. I think her name was Judy. He said, do you want me to add Judy to my profile? How do you explain that? A guy from Montreal and a woman from LA who wanted to add her on her Facebook.
That doesn't make
Adam,
any sense.
Adam,
What you just said. This is a weird
Adam,
fucking story. You just said it doesn't make add him to a What do you mean add you to my profile? What the fuck are you talking about?
Listen,
A friend request.
Stop. I know the way that I look. If there is a woman that I haven't spoken to is a little too interested in me
And it's smoking hot.
yeah, and it's smoking hot, and we haven't gotten to know each other yet, because maybe sometimes I could spit some game. You know what I mean?
What? Spit some...
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
It
I
doesn't
know what
matter.
you meant.
Okay, if she is too interested in me right off the bat, it's a red flag, bro. Because I have senses, as you like to say, and I can see my fucking face in the mirror. I can see my fucking belly in the
He
mirror.
knows how unattractive he is to the opposite sex. And he knows how unattractive he is to his current sex. He knows how repulsive he is. He is disgusting. He smells bad. He doesn't speak properly. He hasn't washed his ass in 6 months.
Okay, now you're
he
overdoing it,
understands
bro.
it. He's also a scumbag. He's got no money. He's got no prospects. He lives under a bridge. Do you understand what I'm saying? His shoes have holes in them, Adam. His underwear has holes in it. And he knows it.
Good acting job, but yeah.
Even the brand new ones because of my farts.
He says racist things
I
to
get-
people who are clearly not of that race.
Okay, so...
That actually makes them more attractive to me. So I could see like I'm not a supermodel. So I have so
Okay,
as you said,
may I
don't
cut
you
you off,
no
please?
no absolutely the fuck not. So
Let him finish.
so in your own words of like you have senses. When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you really think like
This 9 on 10 wants me.
yeah this 9 on 10 wants
Doesn't know anything
Adam.
about me. Only knows my creepy picture that I have as my profile and the fact that I keep talking about getting
Are
filleted.
you that disconnected from reality? Answer my question. Are you that disconnected from reality?
Okay.
Bro, I got a match.
Okay. I'm gonna answer that by saying the following. Isn't it interesting that people that are in the public spotlight, like you and Pantelis, have thousands of people? Are you guys gonna really look at every single
Oh
individual?
my god, he's
I'm
so
trying
fucking
my
annoying.
best to be
No, you're not. You're
No?
saying stupid shit that's not related. He just asked you a direct question and you replied with, "Isn't it funny that you guys have to that fun?" What does that have to do with anything?
So wait. You're not. Okay, how about this? I don't think that the average
Stop.
person
I'm going to
should
stop you
think
right
the
now
way
because people that
Poseidon
are
thinks.
listening are going to get angry. Before I let you continue, no one asked you to vet every person on the internet. What we're saying is when a person comes to you directly and is a 10 on 10, Pamela Anderson, saying, "Hello, Adam, we've never met. I'm from California. I want to give you $1 million and blow you." Any
called red
reasonable,
flags.
yes, any reasonable person would be like, "This is super suspicious. I am hideous." You are like, "People want to make friends," which is fucking stupid and retarded.
Well, she was not a 9 out of 10.
What was she?
Your logic is not. Doesn't
Wait a minute, you're the one who
apply.
told us that she was a hot woman.
All right.
Oh, now she's all right when she
That
scams
makes
you.
it worse.
Yeah.
That makes it worse.
You know what, guys? Unfortunately, the further this conversation goes, I know I'm going to lose it. I know.
Because you keep lying.
All I wanted to say was, you're telling me, hey, be careful. What is this woman? you're a public figure, and there are thousands of people that want to become
Yes.
your friends because of you, not because
Yes.
of them. So you're saying,
If anything, my figure
oh,
should never be exposed in the public. Hey,
Listen, guy, I think this is a bit of a gray area. There's no black.
there's no
and
gray
white.
area.
Gray area.
Okay?
There's a
This
huge
is-
black and white, dude. There's a huge fucking black and
I'm
white.
this is more of a retarded
Listen
area.
to me. I'll fucking show. I have to delete them every day. I get maybe 50 messages a day of, hey,
Let me open my
Pantelis, I
Instagram.
really love your page. Would you like to optimize your page and get another 100,000 followers? And I don't fall for it because I'm not retarded.
Okay, let me read some to you, okay?
And because you know what a logical person would do? Let's say when I get those messages, hey, Pantelis, I can get you 100,000 followers on Instagram, okay? And then you look at their profile and they have 4 followers. If they can get 100,000, why don't
It's
they
called
have
having
them?
a brain?
Yeah, but you don't have it, is what I'm trying to tell you. You fall for all this shit.
Okay. Adam, I'm going to read you something, okay? Oh, wow, this one doesn't give up. Jesus Christ. I am so horny, and my tight, wet pussy is always wet and ready for hard cock.
Okay, that was the whoa. Don't put our messages on this.
So, what do you think about this one? You think it's legit?
No. How do you define legit?
I
We-
want to
wait, wait, wait,
fucking
wait.
beat
kill him.
you
I'm
so
Wait,
badly.
wait, wait, wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna
wait.
kill him.
Back up,
I'm gonna
back
kill
up.
him.
If this person doesn't want to take advantage of you, who the fuck cares?
Have you never spoken to a real woman in your life? Real women do not just randomly send you a message like that.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah.
Okay, this one. Are you interested in licking my boobs and pussy?
Yes.
Is this legit?
Okay, your point is
Is it,
valid.
but is this legit? Yes or no?
No,
Okay. Why is that not legit?
because only a crazy person would speak that way.
Now that we're getting through to you, dickhead, can you please admit that you wanted to be victim? Because you, in the back of your mind, you're like, but what if that 0.5% that this could be a woman that wants me to lick her vaggies? That's it. And then if you admit it, you know why you fell for the scam and you won't fall for it again. But the fact that you try to play this, oh no, anyone could have fallen for that obvious scam. It's not my fault. I was filleted.
All right, I'm hoping we can please reach at least a semi-consensus.
Let's go.
Because of the fact that I have trouble seeing into these things, it's best off if I have no social media accounts. End of
Yes.
story. Okay.
And it's not because you have trouble seeing, it's because your boner blocks your face. That's the only reason. Your eyes get blocked by your boner. That's all it is. You get so turned on that you stop using logic. And it's normal. That's how guys are. Your dick will take over and ruin your life. But you got to fight it. The older you get, you got to learn to master it.
May I please ask you one more question? Between us men, okay? Do you think that I'm close or far from the truth by saying that you, Pantelis, have to be on your guard because you have thousands of people, you don't know what they're up to?
Yes.
They may be perfectly normal. I work for
Everyone
IBM,
should be
I'm
on
a
their guard, but
programmer.
go on.
How do you know if anyone, a thousands of people, might not try and do what, let's say,
But it
Poseidon
doesn't matter
said?
that I'm Pantelis. I could be Adam. I should still be on my guard.
Okay. Do you perceive that as a source of worry? If there, I have like 50 people on my Facebook.
Yeah.
You have thousands.
I know,
do
but-
you not perceive that as a source
Well,
of worry?
whether I have 1 million or I have 10, I won't fall for it. If I have more people, I'm just going to get more messages. I still won't fall for them.
All right.
It's not the amount of messages or the amount of people. It's the amount of stupidity.
It's insane
And I
to me that
also
he's
wanted-
trying to
I
rationalize
also
this.
wanted to mention I had my Facebook account for maybe 4 years. I didn't have any strange. It was one guy from Slovakia. He had the same last name as me. Okay, no problem. Right? That's my part of the world. Right? Everybody else that I knew was pretty much were people that I knew that were friends.
What about
It's
your
only
fake
there was this
Pakistani girlfriends?
I was about to say like. Then all of a sudden I get this wave of people that I didn't know.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
But that's how it works. It's not going to get every instant.
So 4 years, I don't know.
Yeah, in 4
I don't
years,
work
and
for
you
Facebook.
it hasn't. Stop blaming Facebook. Stop blaming Facebook. Okay, that's like going to an
Myself.
all-you-can-eat buffet, eating everything you can, shitting your pants, and blaming the fucking buffet. Know your limits. Do you remember when we first met? When you first started coming on this podcast?
Somewhat. It was
When
like a
I
year and a half
warned
ago.
you about your fake girlfriend, you didn't want to
It's a
listen.
guy from India, yes.
And it was
or
a guy from
Pakistan,
India.
Whatever.
Yeah, and it was you had phone sex with a Pakistani man, unbeknownst to you, but beknownst to everyone listening. And then you figured, I don't know how you probably figured out after I told you exactly what was going to happen that week. I told you the screen was going to be cracked. They're not going to do a video call with you. They're not going to let you buy a ticket. They're going to want you to send money so they could buy their own ticket. I told you all this shit. And that's what happened. And then something clicked in your fucking brain. But it took you months.
Yeah.
It took you months. And you gave money and time and tears and cum to this fucking Pakistani man who tricked you. So what I'm asking you moving forward, please stop fighting me. Just listen. I just don't want you to get
Yes.
scammed.
No problem. No problem.
So this Pakistani man filleted you, basically.
Yeah.
Fine. At a very low level, May I assert a thought which just says that fine. Do you understand the meaning of the word bias? You have not bias, but you're coming from a different angle than I'm coming from. I never suspected that somebody would do something like that. You
That
did.
makes you stupid.
Your senses are more advanced than mine. How
They're
about
not
that?
more advanced. Your senses are just retarded. That's all it is. I'm not special. You're just slow. There's nothing special about me.
Okay, so we can.
The difference between me and you, if somebody comes at me with a knife, I'm going to assume, oh shit, he wants to kill me. I'm going to try to defend myself. You're going to sit there being like, who knows? Maybe he wants to cut some cake. That's the difference.
Yeah, it's true.
I will swear to you, I'm going to give you 1,000,000,000% promise, guarantee. You talk exactly the way my sister talks. You have no instincts. You don't see things coming. Fine. Both of you guys win, okay? That's all I can say, all right? I mean, anyways.
I like how it's everyone else that points it out. It's their fault.
I want to meet his sister and to
cry together.
cry together and apologize to her on his behalf.
Listen.
Stop talking. I wanna tell her, look, I feel for you. I'm very sorry you've been through this all these years. I want you to know you have Pantelis and I's love and support and
Sympathy, right?
and sympathy and empathy for what you've gone through all of these years.
So now we got through the driving job. We got through the Red Cross phony scam. What's the third job coming up?
Oh yes.
Can I please tell you once it happens? I don't want to.
Jinx it.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a potential third job. And does it involve...
Lined up.
Or technically a potential second job
fine.
at this point.
I'll answer it in a vague way. I'm working inside a building. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
That's so.
Can I tell you something? That's good because that helps us narrow it down. Because
Well, I
normally
don't
you'd
want
work
people-
under or outside of a building.
Or on top of a building.
Adam, is this going to involve driving?
Yes.
Am
But
I
I'm not going to go any further than
Is
that.
it safe for me?
please.
Is it safe for me to say that the skill that you're most proud of, that you like to show people, is that you can drive?
One of them?
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's been my job has entailed driving has been part of my job for quite a number on several occasions.
You love driving.
Yeah.
You've been driving me crazy for months. You love driving. If you didn't have this legal shit against you, you'd be the city's #1 Uber driver. Am I correct?
Let me put it this way: you're not too far from the truth when you say that.
Now there
Because
is.
there's thousands of drivers that work for Uber.
I will say something, Adam, and this might be just a coincidence, but there's a luxury car, like a black car driving thing that's been following me here in Montreal. That started following me a few days ago. Maybe I should give you their info, and you could see if you can become a private chauffeur. They supply the vehicles, so maybe it would work. Now, obviously, you'd have to go to work in a suit and a tie. You can't show up like that.
Yeah.
We'd have
I'd
to
be
turn you
laughed
into
out of the interview.
laughed at you. Yeah. And you'd have to be very quiet. You can't talk about fellation. You can't laugh the way you laugh. You just gotta be serious. You just gotta say, "I love driving people to a destination." And I don't like asking questions. Because another part of this job would be you need to shut the fuck up. You know how you talk a lot?
Yeah.
You can't do that in
They
this
don't
job.
like that.
You just go, "Yes, sir," and you can't giggle.
Yeah.
You just put them in the back of the car, straight face, sunglasses on.
I'll
Can
be
you do
honest.
that?
That sounds like a pretty chill job.
I would love to. That's how fucking crazy I am. That's my backup
I
plan.
love that. No, so you're telling me I don't have to open my mouth and speak? That
At all.
sounds amazing. Yo, we're just gonna do the 5.5 because I have to. You know what I mean?
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I need to know something before I start. Who made this list?
He did.
He suggested the theme, and I just came up with 6 very simple answers.
He took it from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm dead inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week's top 5.5 favorite candies.
Not very healthy ones. You're about to discover.
Number 5, gummy bears. Where's Ellen Boudreaux when you need her?
Hey.
Anything to say about this?
Yeah. Why?
Well,
why do you like gummy bears?
Well, I was about to say this is a big taboo for me in the health department, but I've had a tendency
Shoving them up
to
your ass.
shoving them up my mouth.
And why do you like gummy bears so much?
Because they're sweet.
All right, well, that's going nowhere. Number 4, nerds.
Yeah, what do you
You
like?
guys know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Why do you like nerds so much?
Again, sweet taste. It appeals to me.
All right. Number 3.
Number 3, Reese's Pieces. is peanut butter and chocolate,
So, guys,
delicious.
I'm a person who like literally gets eaten up alive by those commercials. You know, it's that simple.
You have a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Number 2, Smarties. That's a Canadian one. They don't know about in the U.S. Smarties.
That's a good one. You know what I like the most about Smarties? You know the Halloween Smarties, the small packs? I love ripping those open and just one shot.
Who wrote this list?
He did.
Okay, Adam, you gotta learn how to spell, because you grouped 5 and all the way to 2 together, and you wrote next to it, very unhealthy, anal bead for turf.
What?
Yeah, and I think he was trying to say, and are bad for health,
Yes.
but he literally wrote, very unhealthy, anal bead foo turf. Look, on the side.
Oh, man.
That's hilarious.
Here.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Freudian slip again.
Hey.
That's number 2 is Smarties for all the Canadian listeners. And number 1, Coffee Crisp.
Makes a nice like,
That's
snack.
another Canadian
It's
one.
also very Canadian. I haven't had it in years, Adam, because I got to watch my figure.
Yeah.
However, delicious Coffee Crisp.
Some would say Coffee Crisp is the gateway to coffee.
Why'd you write healthy? It's not. Coffee Crisp is not healthy. All this shit is garbage.
Wait, hold on.
It's
Hold
medium.
on.
It's not
Medium.
medium.
Shut
This
your
is
mouth.
very
Shut your mouth.
unhealthy.
Did you think Coffee Crisp is healthy because of the coffee?
Coffee
watch.
flavored. It's not
Let me
actual
give you my
coffee.
rendition. You got really, really bad health. You got candies that are very unhealthy. This one is kind of at the not overly unhealthy. Can we say
Yeah, you're
that?
gonna keep getting filleted. And the half, the Toblerone bar. We're going all the way to Switzerland, baby.
I love that thing.
I haven't had it in years again. I remember Toblerone. It's little pyramids. Makes you think of the Illuminati. Nom, 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 nom.
You know what I found out? The Toblerone bars, you're not supposed to break it off like pulling. You're supposed to push and they snap.
What do you mean push?
So the little triangles, right? They're like this. And let's say one triangle, you try to pull it off. You're not supposed to pull. Its breaking point is the other way. So you,
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's-
so you have
yeah.
to push it.
That's right.
Oh yeah, on the side like this. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you push and it breaks and you take it.
Yeah, of course.
I never knew that. I would always pull like a lunatic.
Well, yeah, because you're like,
And I got fed up and I would just go,
You must have
you
been
eat
not very good in
Toblerone-
physics that day.
No, he eats Toblerone the way he has sex, without consent and angry.
God it's that good.
Adam,
All right. I think
Adam,
Yes.
before we go, what are the odds of you getting filleted again?
I would say 88%.
Can I just try away from this subject? You know?
It's
I
88%.
don't
You heard
wanna
it here
vol-
first.
I don't want to volunteer. that.
Adam, filleted, intellectuals, out.